Hello there and welcome back. Let's first take care of the elephant in the room. I'm not in my studio. I had to fly back to Italy to take care of some family matters, so I will be here for a while, and I built up this very cozy temporary studio. I'm really enjoying being here right now, and I'm practicing for the upcoming live performance at Berghain, November the 13th. I'm really excited about that. And today I want to talk a bit about live performances. My thoughts about it, because I come from a band and I was playing guitar and singing. And in a band, in a rock band, a live performance, it's very clear. You go on stage, you play what you practice for months and months. But with electronic music, and especially now that we live in a sort of DJ hero culture, a performance with electronic instrument, it's kind of blurred. What it is, what people are actually doing on stage. So I kind of start thinking about that, and I divide the performance in two big extreme. One would be the full improvised performance, the one that I used to do at the beginning. I used to play with Performer and Octatrack. I had nothing prepared. I go on stage and I just go with the flow, and that is great, but it became a bit limiting. First, there's not a lot that you can do, and if you want to express something or bring a journey, a story, then it's not the best. To do something amazing with just improvisation, you need to be really good, practice a lot. Now, if your music is functional, let's say you do techno and you want to make your crowd dance, that's a good approach, because you can prepare something and you can go with the flow, you can look at your crowd and make them dance. Well, it's not my expertise, so I'd rather bring out stories. The other opposite approach would be a sort of glorified DJ set, where you prepare everything, you stem everything out, and maybe you just press play and then mix that. So I did that for a few festivals using the push. And it was fun, it was very safe, because you build a nice journey and then you just mix the track into each other. And it works because somehow it's stuff you created in the studio. So it's not, you put a lot of work, and you put a lot of work in creating a playlist. But it wasn't that exciting to me. So during the years, I started building something that was an hybrid of the two things. Something that allowed me, yes, to have a story, but also improvise on top of that, play, shape the sound, and bring my favorite instrument, the one that I'm really proficient with. So for my next live performances, I decided still to rely on the computer and Ableton. This time I'm using Push as a controller, and I build an entire performance using arranger mode. Ableton trigger all of my MIDI clips that goes into the Performer and my Moog. Now I'm using the Peak, because I left the Moog in Berlin. The push tree is used as a sound card, and it sends 2 stem tracks to the modular mixer, and also some ADAT. Through ADAT, it sends the clock and a few other signals. So I'll go through that. Everything starts from Ableton Live. Here I have all the track, and I'm using Arranger View. So everything is laid out horizontally. These are all my tracks. Each track is comprised by audio, generally 1, but sometimes 2 audio stems, and then MIDI clips, in this case 4 MIDI clips. And then I have 3 clock here that go through CV with different clock division. Then everything goes into the push tree, which basically it's in controller mode, but works as my sound card. The MIDI goes into first the performer, and then via true MIDI into the Novation. The ADAT goes into the Optics 2 from Board Brain, and this sends out two stems, two stereo stems, and all the clock, so everything is synced. Now let's play something, and I show you how this works. So let's bring in track 4. So this is the clean sound out of the performer. Now I can have fun, of course, performing with the performer and sending to the different effects. So effects 2 is the magneto, and effects 1 is the Starlap, which is in return 2. Now, on track 2 I have the bass, and on track 1 I have the stems. On mix out 2 of the Epsilon, I have this other chain, which is beats, Desmodius Verso and Data Bender. Which create this texture that I really like, that can be used for transition and many other things. The great thing of the Epsilon is that it can use line levels, which are peak and performer, and also modular levels. So it's a very versatile mixer for a lot of users, I think. Now, another things that I have here, it's the OXI that can be turned on anytime to improvise on top of everything, and I can perform using also the push. So I can play any notes here and it will control the performer or the Novation, depending on the MIDI and the track that I'm using. So you also see that I have a few other modules here. Let's bring in another track. This one. So this one is a sustained chord progression, but I'm using a low-pass gate, a rhythm generation, the Euclidean circles, and maths to create this. I can use this rhythm and these gating rhythms with the Epsilon VCA function, because here I can control the volume. So it's pretty fun also to modify the live performance using gating, rhythmical gating like that, because the entire performance is drum-free. It's just melodic stuff. So this is about it. Basically, with these few elements, I can craft a very interesting journey. So when I built this setup, I asked myself, what is my intention? What I really want to do? Who am I playing for? And I came out with my definition of a worthy performance. And to me, it's when a good storytelling is well balanced with some risk taking. Now, if you're interested in listening to the entire things, there's two things you can do. One, coming to Berghain November 13th, 2025, because I don't know when are you watching this video, or you can sign up to my Patreon. On my Patreon, you will find a video of the entire 45-minute performance, and I will go into it and explain to you what I did step by step. So that's about it for today. Thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.